Hiya. Right, I'm using a viscous shape pattern thingy, roundy thing, and cutting out several sizes of circles, and then I'm cutting flowers out, 5-petaled technique. The offcuts are what I made the fairy houses with, and that paint, the one that you just see laid down now, Mick thinks he got it from Hobbycraft at Newcastle direction, so Hobbycrafts do sell them. Yeah, this is going to be at centre, giving it pretty thick coat, and then I coat it pretty thick with Mod Podge and edge it with gold. But I've done red through to yellow on one side of the flower, and on the opposite side I've done it in the opposite way, so the palest one has a darkest background and vice versa. Now I'm cutting little bits into the centre to make them fluff up so they look like stamens. Texture paste, homemade texture paste. Oh, I'm doing the ring. This is some cotton thread thing that's actually made out of paper. It's like a very thick cotton thickness, but it's paper twizzled. I'm separating some string and hand dyeing it in a weak wash of acrylic paint. I do, so I think 3 tones of that, from red to yellow. Oh, Melty Wipe. Yeah, I couldn't find the bit that I had left over from last time I did one, so I started again. Can't what your head butting me for. Wonder if Mike will pick cat up purring. Right, that's the ring. Just painting it over with black, I think. Yeah, it'd be black wool, that. It's probably Mick on fawn. Doing the verdigris thing, so he's like rub green into it all over-ish, and then buff the top with a bit of gold acrylic paint. I mean, a tiniest fragmenty amount. Pardon? Bronze, copper, gold, whatever colour you want it to be. Now I'm drawing around my Yeti-sized hands. They are huge. I had no idea, thank you Dee, how big my hands actually are. They are outsized. I actually made a few of them, and one of them looked like you'd find it in the middle of a roadway accident, and that's gone in the, how do you put it, the naughty box, and it's going to stay there till Halloween. It's that hideous. Right, this is Brusho's. Basically just dolloping it on, sprinkling it about, tilting it, trying to get it to look a bit like a conker, but then it looked a bit like a mummified hand to me. Yeah, it was the best one out of ones that I made. They all look really weird. And trying to decorate a hand is just, it's so hard work. How do you do it? What do you put on them? Now I'm having a boogie. Okay. I don't know what song I will boogie into. Probably Scissor Sisters. Still giving it what for with Brushos. I do like them. What are you wibbly wobbling around at me again for? Oh, right. Really quickly gloss. I think it's gloss Mod Podge. Watered down gloss Mod Podging over it very very quickly so it doesn't move too much. It does look more like a walnut burr than this is painting the other side of the flowers. Oh, and the centre flower, the bit that I was using for stamens, I actually end up painting it copper, that colour, bronze, and I paint this, they call them paper clips, what do they call them, split pin thing. I painted that as well because it just weren't the right colour for everything else that was on there, and that was cutting round the hand and making sure that it was the right size. Now a brown, I don't know the number, sorry, I think it's sepia brown. Oh, you might be able to get it there. You can do a close-up. There, I'll go around it with that bronze because it just really didn't go, and it give it another coat of thickness. But when you get it, you'll have to fluff flour up a bit. There you go, you can see a difference in colour. Oh, and I coated that as well with the 3D cheap version of what's it called that you got me? Glossy Accents. Sorry, I didn't have Glossy Accents at the time. But you'll have to fluff it up so it looks like that because I presume it's just going to get a bit squidged. Now the top of the baby, I pre-distressed the baby wipe. I think we lost the footage of that bit. The top bit, which was the edge of the baby wipe, yeah, I'm boogieing again. I left as is and just pulled it outwards to make them more of it, so it looked like the edge of a piece of lace, if you will. Now I'm just creasing that concertina in it and screwing it in my fingers. You can see left hand side of the screen just back then a second. It sort of made it more like a frill, so it was like a cuff. Now I'm Mod Podging it down, and there was a bit of a hole there, and I've managed to sort of manipulate it to cover the hole. And I think there were one about there-ish as well there, so I just managed to manipulate that in as well, just so it didn't look too much of a hole. Now they're the pieces of string they dried, and I'm just unravelling them and then massaging them so they're not crusty and stiff. That was some hemp that I untwangled. Sorry pet, am I boring you? That I untwangled. I like the crimpedness of it. Now this is a bow that I do. I used to be a florist and I know how to do a bow that's not exactly a bow. I will do a separate video of how to make these bows because they really are pretty and not mega bulky in the centre, which is brilliant for putting flowers on. We'll do a video separate just to show you how to do that. Now I'm messing around with ring again, trimming bits off, making sure it's gonna look like it fits the finger, the right angle and stuff. Edging black bit round edge. There we go. It meant to be one of them. Are they Welsh? I hand you my heart and cram it with love, and the ones with the crowns on are I hand you my heart and crown it with love. I just thought it were appropriate with it being a hand of friendship. Oh, this is a gorgeous stamp. I did the back in bronze. Well, going too fast. Right, I've plaited a bit of them strings and I didn't glue it all the way on the glove bit, so I could hide this bit underneath and just check that it were level and making sure it fixed on with Eileen's tacky glue. Now I'm going round with the string, sorry, rope. Now I'm wrapping some of the coloured ones around, but so they intermingle nicely and you don't get too big a patch of one particular colour. Now I'm going weaving up and down, in and out, up and down, in and out, to gather them all together but not to crease the cardboard, to make it look like a bracelet. It looks a bit like a French plaidish down the centre of that join. Well, not join, gather. I decided that I didn't much like the ring that I made. It wasn't a good example of the metal technique. So because this side looks so much like a bangle bracelet, hippie type of me type of bracelet, I made a little heart charm, which isn't on here. I don't know where the footage has gone, but I threaded it on one of the long ones and put some beads on too, but you'll see it in the end photos. Sorry about this long pause. Thank you. Bye. This is the front. Right, this is Perfect Pearls. I wanted to make an edging for the bottom of the glove, like a lace. I didn't want to stamp on it or anything. I wanted something a bit more 3D. Should have really done these on a piece of glass mat, craft mat. Didn't like coming off greaseproof paper at all. I ended up having to ignore that one that looks like a little crown. I ended up having to wet it to get some paper off. Now I'm sticking it down with tacky glue. Just weighing that side down. Shut up. You try this, it's not easy. And I didn't like how it sort of didn't finish it off, so I did an extra line for the top of them scallops and bead drippy things. Now you can see the extra line there. And I didn't like how it was all shiny. It just didn't look right, so I matte Mod Podged it. And it helped stick it down. Oh, with black screening again. Is that it? Is that finished? Wow. Cool.